Hello, Delmarva. I'm Hope Mitchell from Brides to Be here at WBOC's Historical Studio D. Delmarva Life starts right now.
I like that.
That's the best sound in the world. That is great. It's great to have you guys in here. Thank you. Well, here we are, Delmarva Live Thursday, January 12th. I'm Jimmy Hoppa.
And I'm Lisa Bryant. Brian Spyros is going to be joining us a little later. He is in, I believe, Dover this afternoon.
He is, and he's got some neat stuff to show you, too.
Yeah, yeah.
This is our baby's 4 days old. Not our, no.
Anyway.
Yeah, day 4 for Delmarva. That's what I kind of was...
Yeah, watch it there.
Yeah.
I want to welcome our audience. We have a studio audience here. They're the ones who are clapping. Thank you so much. I see a lot of purple
There's
in the
purple
audience.
out there, isn't it? Well, you're wearing a purplish kind of thing going on there, and for good reason, too.
Yeah, there's a big game coming up on Sunday. It is the AFC North Division game.
Right.
And a lot of Ravens fans pumped up for this one.
Baltimore Ravens in it for the first time since 2006. I think the last time they won a playoff game, they got the championship like 10 or 11 years ago. I think somebody told me it was in 2000. Is that right? Yeah, 2000. So that game's coming up, and we're thinking a lot of people rooting for the Ravens.
Right.
Right?
Right. At least our audience is.
One or two. But it's causing a bit of a
split?
Conflict.
Yeah.
Because the Texans have a graduate from Snow Hill.
Ben Tate, number 44. He's a running back, and there he is. Take a look at this play.
Boom, thank you. I'm in.
It's like one thing to get a touchdown, it's another thing to do a flip before.
That adds to it. He gets style points as well. So there's Ben Tate, Snow Hill grad. He's going to be playing in the game this Sunday against the Texans. Now, if Baltimore wins this playoff opener, it'll be their 4th straight. They're 12-4 on the year so far.
Yeah, great game, and you can watch it at 1 o'clock Sunday right here on WBOC. And we're going to be talking about the Ravens a little later on in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be talking about Fan Stash. Have you heard about it? Have you seen it? Well, you will, coming up a little later in the show.
Fan Stash.
Fan Stash, and I'm pretty sure we'll be donning one.
Okay, I'm ready for that. There was a meeting, and you had to explain some of this to me. There was a meeting here recently in Wycomico County. The Board of Education had a meeting, and the topic was something that's really a hot topic all over Delmarva. It's in Virginia, in Maryland, in Delaware,
everywhere.
Sussex County. Yeah, everybody's talking about school uniforms, and they discussed. Now, see, I said school uniforms, but that's not really the right word,
not the term. Yeah, when you think of school uniforms, you think of the blazer with the little patch on it and everything. What they're talking about is consistent attire. What that means is it's a very strict dress code where the students are required to wear maybe khaki pants and a solid color shirt. They're not allowed to wear the saggy pants. They have to wear a belt. Things like that. They want to do this, they say, because they think it helps the overall attitude and morale in the school.
Puts everybody kind of on a level plane.
On a level playing field. That's a good way of putting it. And Sheriff Mike Lewis was he's the sheriff of Wycomico County. He was at that meeting, and he even got up and said, you know, this could help cut down on gang-related I don't want to say violence, but just activity.
Demonstrations. A lot of kids will wear colors as if they were part of, whether they actually are or not. And if you put them with consistent attire or uniforms, I guess it's interchangeable but not the same, it kind of levels the playing field a little bit.
That's right.
And it's a lot easier on mom and dad. What am I going to wear? You're going to wear your khakis, you're going to wear your shirt, and that's it. But as you said, Mike Lewis was in support of it. And also at this meeting, do we have that comment from the lady who was there?
We had a couple comments. We had one comment from a parent, and if we can show that right now. We're going to show that in just a moment, who said that she stood up in favor of it. She says education is not something we can play with. She says uniforms reinforce its importance. That's a parent from Wicomico County, Edith Francisco. We also reached out to our Facebook friends to find out what they think, because no matter if you live in Wicomico County or where you live on Delmarva, there seems to be an opinion about it one way or another.
Is this a good idea or not? Well, here's Susan Hendrickson saying no, no, no. School dress codes are in place for all those complaining. Enforce those.
Good point. Carolyn McLaughlin says not uniforms as in parochial school per se, but I do believe that there should be a dress code, and we should add, schools have dress codes. The ones who aren't with the school uniforms or the consistent dress code. Wicomico has a dress code. It's just a little, it's loose. So we also asked the question, yes, no, or do you care this morning? And we got a pretty good response. If you'd like to respond to that question, like us on Facebook.
And you can go to Twitter and hashtag Delmarva Life. You'll find that there too. And it's interesting because Zachary went from a school that had, I guess it was a dress code. I mean, most of the kids would, and he went to a school uniform school. He hated the thought. He hated the idea. And when he got there, it's like, you know what? I kind of like this after all, because it seemed to level everything out. You didn't have the bullies making fun of somebody else. The kids might not have really nice clothes, and the kids that had the nice clothes would make fun of them.
Yeah. And usually in these situations, they do have assistance for people who may not be able to afford the uniforms. A lot of schools. I know Woodbridge School District has that. Talking about community support one way or the other, community support has helped out some people in both Caroline and Talbot County. Did you hear about this?
No.
The Dover Bridge.
Oh, yes.
Have you seen that? There it is right there. It connects Talbot and Caroline County. This bridge has been deteriorating for years, and a lot of people travel that bridge. There's a really long detour if you don't go across that bridge, and they have been, they have been writing letters. We have been doing stories on it, everything. Well, in his opening comments for the General Assembly yesterday, Senate President Mike Miller vowed to replace the Dover Bridge. And I know, especially George Jackson up there in American Corner, you are clapping.
Thank you,
because,
George.
he is one of the people who
got involved.
Who's involved, yeah.
Who got things started, got things rolling.
Yeah, so, speak up. You want something done. You want your politicians to do something. I guess you just got to have a voice.
$50 million project there, and he's promised it's going to be done. Also, by the way, just wanted to let you know later on the news today, more about Delaware lawmakers that are looking into a permanent ban on the bath salts, which has been a problem with people getting addicted to huffing them and all that kind of stuff. We'll find out more about that later on in the news later on today.
All right.
So, the this is a pretty bowl. Here's the thing.
Don't mind if I do.
We have Twinkies.
Yeah.
We have the Hostess cupcakes.
And we have my favorite.
How many here grew up on these things? Yeah.
That's our Susie Q. Susie Q, my favorite.
Twinkies. As you can tell, I supported the company for many years myself. Hostess, the parent company that makes these guys, is filing for bankruptcy again.
Again?
This is the second time in 10 years. They just came out of bankruptcy a couple years ago.
Wait a minute, are people not eating enough Twinkies?
It's funny you should say that.
I mean, think about that for a second.
Because you think just by myself I'd have plenty. But here's the deal.
You couldn't support the company.
I tried. It's an 87-year-old company, and what they're saying is happening is that more people are more health conscious. So they're going towards yogurt, and they're going towards healthy food and fruits and things, and not so much pastry cakes and breads.
That's actually, business sense aside, that's good news for America with our obesity problem.
So, but it's Twinkies.
I know.
Come on.
I know. They'll come back.
Don't worry. You'll get your Twinkie now in the Smithsonian. Talking about food, I want to say congratulations real quick to Susan Jones. She's the executive director of the Ocean City Hotel Motel Restaurant. There she is. Hotel Motel Restaurant Association. She's been named Food Service Monthly's 2012 Food Service Leader of the Year for everything she has done for the food service industry. So congratulations to you,
congratulations to her. Making Delmarva proud.
Yes, Food Service Monthly, of course, a trade magazine. So we're going to be talking about a fan stash.
Right. And Fu Manchu.
Fu Manchu specifically is what we want to talk about real quick. Who here knows Hulk Hogan? Who here?
Not personally, but know of him, yeah.
Whenever I think of Hulk Hogan anymore, it's this picture right here. He's got the do-rag, he's got the big Fu Manchu going on.
He's got the hair.
We got the hair, tough-looking guy all in. But guess what? That's about to change because he's going to be shaving that mustache and shaving his hair for a movie role.
Really? Really? Now, here's a question we had earlier. You know, he's one of those celebrities that always wears the do-rag. You know, like Bret Michaels, always wearing that, and they got the hair coming down the side. What's under that?
What's
you
under
think there's
that?
hair under there?
Is it a shiny spot? Here's my question. Is the hair actually attached to the do-rag? Is there anything under there at all?
You're taking it a step further.
That's
there.
what I want to know.
Yeah.
But he's saying this is going to give him a good chance to try out a new look.
All right, well, good for him. Speaking of new looks, you know, Ashton Kutcher took over Charlie Sheen's place on 2.5 Men, and he has the long hair, the beard. I mean, he's a good-looking guy. It was his looks that got him where he is today.
Look.
But he has the grungy look.
Look at that.
Look at that. I mean,
this is somebody you'd want to give $1 to if you passed him on the street.
And he don't need it.
And he don't need it. So he got a haircut. Look at this.
Before?
Here he is, the brand new Ashton Kutcher.
There's the Ashton Kutcher we love.
How about that?
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be donning that look on the show on 2.5 Men. You would think so, unless they're on some very long hiatus. You can watch 2.5 Men Monday nights at 9.
But he started out with the grungy look, so what's this going to do on the show?
Who knows? It
could
be part of the storyline.
So. Well, we've got a great show for you coming up. Still ahead today, you finally get your chance just right for the your hair just right for the big event, and you're out of hairspray.
Oh.
What do you do? We've got a 30-second handy how-to. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you here a 30-second handy how-to. Just a second.
And keeping your New Year's resolutions, do you want to volunteer more? We'll tell you about a few opportunities. Living your best Delmarva life. We are Delmarva Life.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future, and Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897.